Good evening. The news summary for this Tuesday, 20th January. The weapons and terrorism prevention case will resume after June this year. Lawyers representing the first two defendants in the case, Mukesh and Laura Valabji, requested that the proceedings be postponed. The Anti-Corruption Commission of Seychelles, ACCS, objected to the request, arguing that a delay could affect its own investigation into the disappearance of the $50 million. The prosecution did not oppose the request and left the matter to the discretion of the court.
Lawyers for the first two accused, Mukesh and Laura Valabji, applied for a postponement of the case pending the outcome of a commission of inquiry set up by President Emini to investigate weapons that entered the country after 2000. The application was made in the context of the ongoing weapons and terrorism prevention trial. In his ruling, Chief Justice Ronnie Govindan stressed that the court has a duty to safeguard the integrity, independence, and supremacy of the judicial process. He noted that the commission of inquiry will be examining facts and circumstances that have already been or may still be the subject of findings by the court. The Chief Justice further clarified that the Board of Inquiry has no authority to determine criminal liability, culpability, or innocence. He also ruled that any statements, testimony, or documents produced before the Board of Inquiry are inadmissible in the criminal trial and cannot be used for corroboration or impeachment unless they are separately presented and formally admitted as evidence before the court.
Godfrey Emmett has been formally sworn in as Assistant Commissioner of Police (ACP) this morning during a ceremony held at the Seychelles Police Force headquarters. The event was attended by senior officers of the Seychelles Police Force as well as the Principal Secretary for Homeland Security, Cheryl Vangadasamy. ACP Emmett brings over 42 years of experience in policing and public service. Throughout his career, ACP Emmett has demonstrated a deep commitment to professional development, especially in the training and mentoring of young officers. His extensive knowledge and experiences are expected to make a significant contribution to strengthening institutional capacity and supporting the continued development of the Seychelles Police Force. The Minister for Education and Human Resource Development, David Pierre, has placed strong emphasis on the importance of students adhering to the school code of conduct. He stated that enforcing discipline will help students develop good work ethics, which will benefit them later in life and contribute to a bright future. The minister made these remarks during his visit this morning to Ansbalo Primary and Secondary Schools at the start of the new school year.
For us at the ministry, one of the key things that we want to achieve is to give each and every single student the opportunity for them to develop and reach the potential that we know each and every single child in this country has. And to achieve this, we need schools with conducive environments. And to achieve these conducive environments, we need students who are disciplined and who can show respect for each other, respect for the school, respect for the teachers, respect for school governance. And we're going to work together as hard as possible with our teachers, with school governance, with the community to achieve this noble objective, and we are doing it for Seychelles for tomorrow.
The Agency for Social Protection, ASP, has announced the reintroduction of the STC card program, a key welfare initiative aimed at supporting vulnerable households across the country. The beneficiaries who qualify for the SCC card programs will be contacted in the coming days with further details on how to access and use the card. For the time being, the card can be used at the selected outlets, including the STC Hypermarket at Bois on Maé, as well as the STC Mini Market on Pralin. ASP Director of Operation Juliana Augustin.
We have set up internal controls to ensure that individuals who qualified for welfare assistance and benefit for the card, they are the ones themselves who are collecting the card. And one of the controls on the end of SGC and ESP is that they will have to enter a PIN number for the use of the card and their fingerprint as well. So this cannot be shared to any other individuals as it is solely for the applicant itself. And we have a registration form that has to be signed by the applicant, the person who will be receiving the card, and this is endorsed by internally and by STC, so as a measure to ensure that individuals who are benefiting from this card are individuals who are active welfare applicants or beneficiaries. The funds on the cards depend entirely on the qualification of the individual on welfare. So no individuals will have the same amount of money transferred on their card because this is based on the means test that is conducted on the household. And once the person qualifies for welfare assistance based on the composition of the household, the assistance is assigned on their card accordingly.
President Dr. Patrick Emini has welcomed four different delegations at State House this morning, two of which were ambassadors presenting their documents, followed by the Regional Rotary Club and South Africa's High Commissioner to Seychelles and Mauritius.
President Patrick Hermini firstly received two accreditation documents this morning. First of which was Egypt's ambassador to Seychelles, Hatem Yousri Hosni. Seychelles-Egypt relationships date back to 1976. The other ambassador to present his documents was the Maldivian ambassador to Seychelles, Masoud Imad. Third to pay visit to President Patrick Hermini was the Rotary Group of the 9220 district, which counts for 7 countries in the region, including Seychelles, Comoros, Djibouti, Mayotte, Mauritius, Madagascar, and Reunion. Bernard Longsong, Rotary Director for the region, says discussion has been around certain projects in health and road safety. And the last to meet President Emini this morning was South African High Commissioner for Mauritius and Seychelles, Lamani Nelly Manzini, saying her discussions with the President were around health issues and small businesses as well.
That's the end of this news summary. Join me at 8 for the news bulletin in Creole. Until then, have a pleasant evening.